So, is Battlefield 2042 dying? Been less than a month and we can already have this conversation. Interesting. On the day the game fully released, the Steam charts reported a 100,590 player all-time peak. The 24-hour peak from when this video was made was 37,263. A game that came out on Steam in 2020, Battlefield 5, its 24-hour peak was 23,143 and its all-time peak was 89,814. Considering that Battlefield 5 already came out, but it was re-released on Steam. It was already a dying game that most people that wanted to play were playing on Origin. But it was still able to maintain 23k peaks. In 2021, when the new Battlefield is out, everyone should be playing that, shouldn't they? It is still more solid and it's longer lasting than Battlefield 2042. Think about it, in the first month, if you're able to drop numbers like that, then I can only imagine what's going to happen in the next 6 months. And I think it reflects the general player's opinion on the game. I, myself, have not been playing tons of Battlefield like I did with Battlefield 5 when it came out. I was always playing that. This Battlefield 2042 kind of is an effort to play, and it leads to some of the problems why it's not enjoyable, because it takes 15 years to go up a level. Thank you, DICE. Just to add to the picture, that in November the average players were 51,299.4 thousand players. In December it is now 43,584.6 thousand, and it's been less than a month. So they've lost around 7 million players in 2 weeks, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks. Not sure if that is great. Now this is just Steam, so things are different around because you can get it on Origin on PC, or the PlayStation, it doesn't show those statistics. But I'm using Steam for example, okay? So yes, there's a lot more players around. Now, it's very normal for the charts to drop after the first couple of weeks and the hype to drop down, but these numbers are still crazy. FOMO was very evident with this game, as we saw all the reviews come out. Obviously, the company-friendly IGNs of the world give the games 8 out of 10s. If you are going online looking for reviews and you go to IGN or any brand like that, don't even bother. You need to go more independent, because they just want to keep the companies happy that give them early access. An 8 out of 10 for them is like a 2, alright? So do not trust them. They're not as trustworthy as they seem. You might say, oh, for the gamers, they just want to maintain their relationships with the companies. I digress. Do not use the cliche reviewers. They are not to be trusted. Because, as we see, the player user ratings on Metacritic have dipped to 1.9 out of 10. Fascinating. Now, maybe it's the loss of identity with the corny specialist system that does not actually understand what Battlefield is, or the devs that have seemed to never make a Battlefield before, because this game has an identity crisis. I hope it's a learning curve for DICE. Remember, EA was talking about supporting this game for years to come, and it's already dying less than a month ago. In a month, it's already dying. It's nowhere near dead, but the significant drop shows the general unhappiness for the game and DICE's inability to understand their own fan base. There is no addicting sense to the game. There's no maps that make me go, I have to stay on to keep playing. There's nothing that's like that. Like in Battlefield 4, if I saw like Siege of Shanghai, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to play another time, take down the building. There's no actual innovation apart from 128 players. They threw everything in that. What happened to when they were showing us the new building crumbling animations and all that? What happened to that? Throw down the gutter, did it? There is nothing next gen about it. They could have done this on the PlayStation 4. Warzone does it. They could have done it. It's just lying. They're lazy, they're lying. And it's evident from how the reviews are, and it's obvious that if you put no effort into a game, you're going to get a shit result. And this isn't to the devs that have been trying really hard. This is to the managers and all those donnies that are higher up that are just trying to crank out a money-making machine, because this game should have been delayed to 2022. And if you don't agree with that, I don't know what game you're playing, because we are playing different games here. Only reason it launched was because of Christmas money, and because EA wanted a blockbuster game to come out around this time. They have their chart, they know what games are coming out, and this happens. No wonder it's dying. I hope a few eyes and heads are turning, looking at the charts, because if you make a shit game, you're not gonna do well, are you? But they're gonna keep their monetization up, so get ready for a lot of stores to be updated. And you can buy 5 million skins. They're fun. But it would be nice to have some actual Battlefield developers, because I feel like we've got the dodgy B team in the basement. Probably got 3 guys in the back of a KFC or something. But I hope this is a learning curve for them. And it just shocks me with DICE's inability to understand their own fan base. I mean, what is a specialist system? Fine, it's made for Hazard Zone, but Hazard Zone is not a good mode. It's so severely underdeveloped, it doesn't even have its own maps. Why is it only 32 players? That's such a poor number. Alright? So specialism would make sense for Hazard Zone, but it's not nearly developed enough. But in the game, made about notepads that are just numbers and being used as another number, a cog in the machine. Why do we have these characters? Why do we have these specific characters? I mean, they brought in Irish for play's sake, just to try and get a few more sales. It's just really pathetic and it's poor, and I really hope DICE learns about their customers and the people that enjoy their game instead of trying to market it to a wider amount of casual gamers. How about you master the art of pleasing your own fans and then you look to expand your horizons, okay? Understand that Battlefield is Battlefield. That's what they need to do to make a successful game. They don't need to merge it into a Call of Duty ripoff. Just make a Battlefield game. Don't change anything. Give me back the class system. Don't even tell me why specialists are better, because you didn't post anything about why specialists are better, because you know they're not. They're not superior. They're a shit system. They make no sense in a 64v64. Next time, make a Battlefield game that is not a piece of hot shit. Thank you for watching this game. Game has potential, but it should have been delayed. I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully they will sack half the team, and especially the UI designer. That person needs to be thrown out the gutter. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.